All right, there. Happy birthday to all the March 8th babies out here. If you were born on this day, you share a birthday with a truly magnetic, intuitive, and creative crowd. As a Pisces, you are the ultimate dreamer, but with a March 8th birthday, you have a unique edge, a mix of deep emotional intelligence and a surprising fighting spirit. Those born on this day are often called the compassionate fish, ruled by Neptune. You have a vivid imagination and a natural ability to understand emotions. The tarot card associated with March 8th is the Strength card. Wait, the Strength card? Yes. While Pisces can be gentle, this card signifies that you possess immense inner strength. It's not about brute force, but about courage, patience, and the ability to tame your inner lions, like your fears or your anxieties. And you're here to learn that your sensitivity is actually your superpower. So, March 8th is also historically significant, which perfectly matches your determined personality. In 1910, Raymond Delaroche became the first woman in the world to receive a pilot's license. And just like her, March 8th borns are pioneers. In 1971, we had the fight of the century with Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier battling at Madison Square Garden. In 1979, the compact disc or CD was presented to the public for the first time. And for some movie magic, the 2024 Netflix fantasy film Damsel was released on this day, showing a protagonist using her wits to survive. Sounds like you? And let's see. So, what does the future hold for you? Because you're so sensitive, the cosmos is telling you to set boundaries, Pisces. You tend to absorb other people's energy, so take time to recharge alone. Predictions show that this year is all about turning your dreams into reality. That creative project you've been thinking about, start it. You're going to find that your voice is stronger than you think. Your lucky element is water and your lucky color is deep blue. Don't be afraid to take center stage. Some key facts for you. Of course, you know that you are the Pisces, two fish swimming in opposite directions. And you're intuitive, magnetic, creative, sensitive, compassionate, and determined. You have that tarot card of the strength, which I know that doesn't sound like something you would expect me to say, but it does represent your inner fortitude, your patience, and mastering emotions. Let's see. We've got historical International Women's Day since 1910, 1917, and notable birthdays are Freddie Prinze Jr., 1976, James Van Der Beek, 1977, and Gary Newman, 1958. Focus on establishing healthy boundaries and turning your inner creative ideas into outward actions. All right, let's see what the cards have to say for you. We're going to start with the Hanson Roberts Tarot. Somebody's coming in for you too, and if not, that's you. And we'll get some oracles as well. All right, March 8th, Pisces friends. Got Edgar, the Bermuda Triangle. All right. Oh, honey, some of you are recovering. Some of you are recovering from heartache. Okay, I know I hate to say that when I'm doing a reading like this, but that's good to see that, you recognize what that is in the tarot card. Strength card number 8 lets me know. I have faith in you, confidence in you that you will get through this. You'll be just fine. Somebody's got a kitty cat. Okay, so sometimes you're going to see that. We also have the Seven of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. So what you don't know is that even though you feel fatigued, remember card number 8, the Strength card. You can get through this. You could be feeling tired of everything. See if I get anybody else here. Scarlet. Anything else I need to tell you? Katrina. Somebody's got something going on or some resonance with Tallulah Bankhead. All right, let's see. Anthony. Milagros. Jennifer. All right. So we've got the Hierophant, but in a challenging presentation here. So I'm going to honor it and leave it in that orientation. And let's see. I'm going to choose the first card second. Somebody's got one of those electric bikes or was supposed to buy one of those electric bikes, and I don't know if you were going the Temu route or if that's what stopped you. Just honor that. If you're going to buy something and something tells you to stop, then stop. Okay. So whatever it is that the Hierophant feels the challenge, we've got the Seven of Cups. So I'm going to place this underneath now that I've pulled it out there. Something was an illusion or you had many options and somebody, whether you're March 8th baby or you have bumped into this video and feel like it's your happy unbirthday as well. Somebody had a lot of options and made a decision that they are questioning. Somebody could have ended up in a high-level commitment, whether that is cohabitation or there's something here that feels restricting to me. Somebody feels restricted by the choice they made, or now they're reconsidering their choices. Had too many choices, wasn't sure what to do. Hierophant as the challenge. You know, it could be that somebody's asking you to marry them and you're like, boy, I don't know. Or that you've already said yes, but you're not legally married yet. You know, do whatever you need to do. Think of what I just told you about the electric bike. If something stops you and you don't want to proceed, don't push it. All right, let's see. Let me move this back a little bit. All right, so what do we have for the foundation card? Okay, I'm trying to listen to this. I almost said bun in the oven, but that's not what it is. Something about something burnt in the oven. Somebody burnt something in the oven. There's something significant about it burning in the oven. Somebody burnt something in the oven. If I get anything else on that, I'll let you know. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Two of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody just feels like they're kind of two minds or having to juggle two households. But I've got this Hierophant challenge and somebody doesn't want to do this juggling act anymore. Are you of such two minds that you've actually been living in both worlds, that you are living together but you don't want to get married? Or you're resisting moving in together and you'd rather keep two? Yeah, I'm definitely getting, for those of you that part applies, you need to stop that, slow that down, at least put some space, some time in there so that you could feel your feelings about this. I suggest that you honor your intuition. Somebody keeps having a nightmare about this too. Somebody keeps dreaming about this and you're having difficulty interpreting those dreams. You know, just give it time. And again, don't do anything legally binding. You know, some of you could feel that maybe somebody told you that you've got a spiritual contract with this person or that you should marry for religious purposes. Whatever that is, I'm feeling very uncomfortable with it. I feel forced. I feel rushed. I feel like I shouldn't do this, but I'm confused because I've already said yes to the dress. There's something about that. All right. Okay, so it's back to the burning in the oven. So I could see the oven, but that's not what it is. Somebody that's burning. You're ironing. You're trying to iron something, but your thoughts are somewhere else, and you burn. You scorched the clothing or whatever that. I can't tell if that's pants. I can't tell what that is, but your mind is somewhere else, and then you burn it. But it's significant. So you're in the kitchen or near the kitchen because I still see that oven. Okay, let's see. I'll continue if I get more on that. If it's coming up for me, then it must be significant for you. All right. Take what resonates here. Take what applies to you. And if it doesn't, remember, I'm reading for the collective. Something is collective. It's like the beehive mentality. Do you have something like all of your friends are telling you that there's something that you should do or you shouldn't do? I feel like they're pushing you. I think that they're hurrying you, saying yes, do it. Go for it. I don't like that. I feel that confusion as well. Let's continue. Obviously, not everybody's going to have the same situation. All right. Somebody donates blood, plasma. Okay, because I can see You know, it almost makes me want to say that there's dialysis, but I see you getting paid. Okay, so somebody's donating plasma. I don't see a Red Cross, so this is, strictly to make some extra money. Have a Bill or something. Somebody's name could be Bill or William. All right, let's see. Wow. Okay, so we've got the Page of Pentacles in reverse something here. Finances could be pretty tight, pretty uh restricted, and so maybe that's why you're doing the plasma thing. But don't do it if you're not feeling well. I can understand that, but if you're not feeling well, somebody's not feeling well. Right, let's see. And there we go with the Seven of Pentacles again, and right on top. Okay, for those of you that are doing the plasma thing, or for the person that resonates with, if you're tired, you need to stop doing that and give yourself a break, because this is fatigue. This is investing a lot of work and a lot of time, to make some money, and it's just really not worth it. And I understand if you feel like you're up against a wall. Okay, let's see. Pink Floyd is significant. Somebody's name could be Floyd. And I've got the world. So there's a cycle that soon is over, completed, the completion of something, a major life cycle. All right. Getting that electric bike again, a cycle, a motorcycle, something cyclical. Somebody sick. Okay, let's see. Cycle, sick, cyclical. All right. Wow. Okay, let me grab that because it's way down here. Okay, Nine of Swords. There's something here that you don't feel healed from, and or you are having such tremendous anxiety. Remember what I said about somebody's having nightmares, that kind of thing, and that you are of two minds and you don't know what to do. Somebody's really struggling with this, and it could be for some of you that moving into another relationship or high level commitment that could result. I almost said resort. So there's something about a resort or a last resort, selling plasma. Somebody's trying to do something. It's almost like as if somebody else could solve your problems, but you don't want them to. I think you're not. Okay, so I'm going to stick with this. There's somebody out there, maybe you're already married. Oh boy. And this is just too much. Okay, don't think that anything is permanent, because you can change that. Don't fall into that mentality where you feel like, oh my gosh, now I've done it. I know what that feels like. Even if you've made a mistake, you can change it. Ask for help. Ask somebody to help you with this, and don't feel ashamed, because with the Knight of Swords, there's that sense of shame or guilt, something that you're stressing over, crying over at night, or upset about, anxiety, nightmares, restlessness, inability to sleep. So you're fatigued during the day. All right, let's continue. Wow. So this could be something that you're trying to wiggle out of. I think that you're recognizing, from the 9 to the 8 here in reverse, that you are not trapped, and you could be struggling with that. And somehow you need to end this. And I'm going to tell you to be strong and courageous. Remember, we've been talking about the strength card. You need to be brave if this is something you really feel that you need to do. Now, I don't know if you feel like you're going to really piss somebody off or upset them, but, are you living for you, or are you living for another person? Again, you could be listening to this because you've decided it's your unbirthday and you just want to see what this reading is, and that's why this message is here. Okay, it's for March 8th born Pisces, or anybody who bumps into this, all right? I believe that the spirit will lead you to the information that you need. Somebody's getting some information. You need to rely on other people, not just on yourself. I mean, with the strength card, yes, you can, do this yourself, but with the Two of Pentacles in reverse and the Seven of Pentacles, if you need to ask somebody else to help you with this, then you need to do that. All right? It's not fair to anybody, but I'm only concerned with you, collective. All right? Okay, it's okay. I see somebody on Reddit trying to, or having created an account, a separate account, to be able to ask other people for advice. That's okay. That's healthy, you know, because you could bump into some information that could help you. You're probably going to get a lot of support too. People saying, hey, look, if you're not comfortable with this, whether you're in it or trying to get out of it, then you need to do something about that. All right. If you don't have family or friends that would support you in this, and then you know what? The internet is going to have to be okay. You're probably asking Chat GPT or some other kind of AI tool for help. Just make sure that when it comes to anything legal, I don't see anything legal happening here. That you double check all that, but you just need more information and you need time. This is Mercury retrograde, and we've just come off of this eclipse, and we're experiencing a stellium in Aries. So a lot of energy and wanting to do something. Wanting to really make a change here. Okay, what do you hope for or fear? Wow. You feel that it's kind of a no-go, that you went for it and that you just keep coming back to the same realization, whether that is an obvious realization or it is a sensation, and that's bubbling up to the surface because it's there and it's valid, and you need to think about that and you need to listen to that nudging from your emotions. Okay, that's your subconscious trying to talk to you. Your subconscious, your higher self, if you want to say that. All right, what's the outcome here? And then we'll try to clarify a little bit more. Hmm. This could be an agreement with somebody that was like a handshake and not legally binding. And I'm not sure what that agreement is, but whatever it is, it seems to be troubling you. This, in some cases, it could be that you made an agreement to help somebody else with something significant and it's bothering you. Obviously, it would have to be significant enough for the Hierophant to show up as a challenge and for the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Swords to be there. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is about a commitment. Now, I'm going to have to clarify to see if it's just that you feel okay with it and you're just having anxiety, or that you wish that you could just go back to some arrangement where you're together but not married. Okay, let's see. Let's get a summary and then let's start clarifying a little bit. Maybe you have somebody else on your mind. Maybe there's somebody else that you think would have been a better choice, a better mate, somebody that's just more compatible, somebody who would have been, with the Two of Cups, it's always obvious, right? Because they're the same height. Everything about them looks pretty equal, and the Two Cups are almost magically becoming the one. So, for those of you, that you're in some situation or you've already moved on with somebody else, but you feel like somebody else was the better choice or somebody else is heavily on your mind, you just need to pause and give these thoughts room to kind of sit, okay, without ruminating too much and without pushing them away and trying to block them, okay? Let's see. And this would have been somebody that you already know. Somebody that you already know. You could have a history with that person, a significant history for that friendship or relationship or whatever that is to result in the Two of Cups. Wow, I can't even get I'm trying to get a summary here. So there's something that's way up in the air. I mean, it is up in the air. You just don't know what to do with that. Finally. Well, oh my gosh. It fell on my lap and then it hit the floor. Okay, so we have the Three of Wands. And with the Three of Wands in reverse as a summary, you definitely feel like you need to pull back and because you feel like you went too far. Three of Wands in reverse would almost let me, I'm inclined to think that for many of you, you didn't pull the trigger, like you didn't go all the way. You didn't end up, in a binding marriage. Okay, but you feel trapped. All right, clarify. Seven of Cups. Why is this? Oh boy, because of an offer. Because of somebody making an offer, or somebody wants to apologize, or somebody apologized to you. Somebody's trying to make a love offer. Somebody's trying to apologize. Somebody's trying to make a love offer. Okay, let's see. Somebody wanted to offer the cup to somebody else. Somebody accepted the cup. Let's see. What is that? Clarify. Hierophant as a challenge. Yeah, I think you oh, no, you feel like you just, want, 9 of swords, 9 of pentacles as a challenge. You feel like you should have just been alone longer rather than accepting the cup foundation. If this is a job, only you know, but, obviously I can only read the story the way that it presents. The way that it presents, something presented itself in a certain way, but the challenge is the Hierophant. Okay, and the Hierophant is marriage restriction, high level commitments, restriction, religion. It could even be patriarchy. It could be, excuse me, religion, conformity. Either trying to get somebody to conform or somebody's trying to get you to conform. Bottom of the deck. Not, yeah, there's actions you want to take, and somehow you're not doing that for some reason or don't feel you can. And we've got the Five of Wands in reverse with the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So something has been combative, and it's like you don't want to fight this anymore. And I can't fight this feeling anymore. Okay, so somebody doesn't want to fight a feeling anymore. There could be combined assets already. That's why, I'm getting that somebody's either living together. This could be a roommate. This could be a roommate. Let's see. It would be easy for me to say that somebody's rooming, with sharing a house or with somebody that, they go to church with or have the same kind of belief systems or thought they did, but as a challenge, the Hierophant is the challenge, that this isn't something to conform to. You're not happy with that. Continue. So let's clarify the Page of Pentacles in reverse. It's such a small offer. Page of Pentacles in reverse, something small. Maybe it was supposed to be more symbolic, or you didn't think you were going to have to combine so much, but you did. Oh my gosh. Okay. Right. Oh my gosh. And I kid you not, this thing flew up and hit me in the left breast. I mean, it's like right over what we would consider to be the heart, right? In the past, you could have been in a relationship with somebody a little bit younger than you. Hmm. All right. Yeah. Two of Wands in reverse. Somebody feels that they did not make a good choice or felt that there weren't enough choices. But we have the Seven of Cups. There were plenty of choices and options, although none of them seemed to be clear. Somebody couldn't see something clearly. Somebody wasn't seeing clearly. Somebody felt that there was an illusion, or, with the Hierophant as a challenge, somebody could have said, hey, listen, sister, I don't know why I just said that. Yeah, look, Four of Wands in reverse. Somebody didn't really want to do this. And it could have been somebody's sister, or it could have been your brother telling you, the sister, like, hey, look, just make a selection. Just choose a cup because that would be better for you. Why would anybody tell you that? Okay, so I don't know. We can, oh boy. And we have the Five of Swords in reverse. So somebody feels like they had an opportunity stolen from them. And look at what flew out in the center, the truth. So I'm going to take them both. So the truth is that, now I'm going to set this one here with the world. Somebody wants to tell the truth. Somebody wants a conversation, a new start. Somebody wants to speak the truth, speak the words, because what they want to say with the Nine of Swords and the Five of Swords in reverse, and that's 55, 50s, 55 could be significant. Something could be 55. You could have a vehicle that's a 1955, whatever. That number may or may not be significant to you, but change. Somebody feels awful and is really struggling with, and if this isn't you, this is somebody else, that they feel like an opportunity was stolen from you, or an opportunity, a conversation wasn't had that could have cleared this up and prevented the Nine of Swords. Somebody stole something and feels like they want to come clean, or maybe somebody actually physically stole something from you, but this is words and stuff. Maybe somebody was flip and switch, the roles, because you could either be the person in the Nine of Swords and somebody else has put themselves in a position where they're in some kind of a high level commitment or have almost ended up in it. There's something here, but somebody is wants to almost give you reparations with the Two of Pentacles in reverse. I'm not sure about the reparations part. We'll have to see, but somebody wants to make it better or take the words back. Let's leave them there like that. Somebody has I don't know what you call that, a belly button piercing. I don't know if that, is that a navel piercing? Navel is significant. Navel base could be significant. Navel oranges could be significant, but I'm seeing a belly and a piercing. It looks infected. Okay, so if you've got something like that going on, you need to clean that up. Somebody wants to clean something up. Somebody wants to make it better. Somebody wants to take these words back. Words, once they're out there, I mean, you could go to a comedy show and it's a comedy show and a comedy show is significant, but the words are already out there. But as the audience, we are observing it, we're entertained by it. We could be out there in the audience drunk and not sure, like what it is that they're saying. I don't know. There's something there. Comedy show, somebody saying words, somebody putting on an act, somebody acting, somebody speaking, somebody playing the role, somebody standing up, stand-up comedian. Okay, could be significant to you, or being drunk in front of the stand-up comedian. Okay. Okay. We have the Seven of Wands in reverse here with the Eight of Swords. Yeah, somebody doesn't want to fight. They feel restricted. They could be feeling like they want to get free from this guilt. And they want to drop this, they want to stop fighting this, battling this. But I feel like, with the Eight of Swords, it's in the mind. All right, clarifying the Eight of Wands. 88 is significant. And there's your card. We've got the Strength card. Somebody does not feel, because this is hopes and fears. Somebody wishes they were strong enough to be able to do this and almost retract those hasty arrows, those hasty wands. If the Eight of Wands was in the upright, somebody would be like coming down, almost like when you're in an airplane and you're going to land. That's the Eight of Wands, right? And the wands in the reverse are facing this way. Somebody's gone away. Somebody went away toward the Two of Wands and had to make a decision, or the decision was made for the Two of Wands in reverse. Okay, not feeling strong enough, feeling strong enough, feeling like they gotta, hopefully I can be strong enough. Okay, clarify the Two of Cups. Boy, oof. Yeah, look, the Death card in reverse. Somebody doesn't want this Two of Cups to be over, so there's definitely something about a Two of Cups that somebody doesn't want to lose. Five of Swords in reverse, or feels like the opportunity with the Two of Cups was stolen. And it's just a very, very much grieving feeling here. I can't sleep at night because I keep thinking about you. Somebody can't sleep at night because they keep thinking about you. Death in reverse, a situation that is over and somebody's resisting the transformation. Maybe somebody's resisting, maybe this is your story and, you've moved on. And this is about them feeling challenged to release you and set you free. Eight of Wands in reverse, maybe they set you free. Maybe you cut them loose. I'm not sure. All right, let's see. Three of Wands in the reverse, something was right in front of somebody's face. Somebody could see it. Something was right there in front of somebody's face. That option, what was coming in, was already in. Like the ship was already getting ready to, drop anchor. And something is wrong. Okay, it was right in front of somebody's face. Okay, Three of Wands in reverse. And let's clarify. Clarify Three of Wands in reverse. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Ooh, 10 of Swords in reverse. Somebody just wants to make this all go away and start over somewhere. Somehow, somewhere. Somebody wants to go somewhere else to take the 10 of Swords out of their back or out of your back. So I said somewhere. Somehow, somewhere. Maybe somebody feels like, the only way to correct this would involve a Three of Wands in reverse, an Eight of Wands in reverse, a Two of Wands in reverse, a Five of Wands. Somebody feels like Seven of Wands in reverse. Like it's almost like as if we would have to reverse time, take back a bunch of actions, and redo this. Or we would have to relocate somewhere far away from everybody. Although I don't see, there's no people here. We have some knights, we have some kind of immature, youngish, hopeful actions. Okay, let's see. Holy Spirit, holy angels, can we see some people here? Can we see, who is this about? Who are these people? What is this about? Let me see people. People. Oh boy. Yep. Wouldn't you know it? Somebody went toward an empress in reverse. Somebody overindulgent, self-indulgent, somebody who's very lazy, somebody who's all about me, somebody who wants all the attention, somebody who just wants to sit there and be fawned over, somebody who can be exquisitely cruel. This is somebody who you really don't want as a mother. I always say this is somebody who shouldn't have children just because you're capable of it. You have fallopian tubes and, you know, ovaries and a uterus doesn't mean that you should be a mother. I'm going to say that because I've had 3 children and I've seen plenty of children that should never. Children? I was going to say plenty of women who shouldn't give birth. But I said children. You could share children, or they could share children with the Empress in reverse. I got the number 3. Somebody could have 3 children, but I've got the Ace of Swords. Somebody could have only 1 child, maybe a female child, a daughter, Empress. Okay, let's see. More people. All right, so we have the Empress archetype in reverse. This could be somebody's mother. And again, another Knight, Knight of Pentacles. Somebody wants to take some action, but they're being very slow. They're too slow, or maybe somebody feels like they were too slow, or it's going to be too slow. It's going to be so hard. It's going to be slow to get away from this Empress in reverse, or it's going to take them too long to get away from the Empress in reverse. And you're already out here somewhere. Let's see. I don't know where you are. Let's see. Lithium is significant, and we have the moon, lithium, all right. So something was hidden, something is coming to light now, or it will, or it did, but somebody couldn't see it. But it's like, you didn't see the forest for the trees. Something about the forest and the trees. Okay, so somebody could live in the mountains or be near forest and trees, or somebody's name could be Forest. But something definitely about the eclipses, moon cycles. This could be about a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. That's you. You're the Pisces. Now, I don't know, which side of this you're on. Somebody's on, a different side, or somebody sees a different side. Clarify the 3 of Swords in the upright. Wow. It's, the Page of Pentacles in reverse, 3 of Swords to the 6 of Wands. Somebody wants to heal this 3 of Swords, or stop the 3 of Swords from doing further damage with a 6 of Wands. Boy, that's weird. Okay, we're going to have to see. That is so odd. I don't know what to say about it. Somebody doesn't know what to say. Okay, well, all right. Don't say anything then. All right, so yeah, to all believers not telling us, that means we look again. What is the crowning influence here? Clarifying this, reflecting the moon by the light of the silvery moon. Okay, something about the month of June. May Day. May is significant. And it flew over here. Somebody wants to take action now. Maybe they're like, look, Rita, the horse isn't so slow. I was under an illusion. I want victory. I want to move forward. I want to take this wreath and ring because this is a marriage card, or a proposal card at least. Will you wait for me? Somebody wants you to wait for them. I don't know what that is. Okay, so 4 of Swords, somebody wants to take the action. Somebody's getting up, almost reanimating the dead, like the Death card in reverse, like the 10 of Swords. I don't know if that's even possible. I mean, we got the Sword of Truth. That probably went right through somebody. Somebody either, somebody believed somebody's words as truth, but they were lies, and now you know the truth, or somebody knows the truth. The Ace of Swords, the truth, the initiation of it. Somebody standing firm in their truth. Oh, and there it is, because we've got that wreath that appears here in the 6 of Wands. It's over here. Somebody wants to deliver the wreath and the truth. Page of Wands in reverse, but they feel that they won't be received well. Still no people. Is that unbelievable? Somebody's not going to believe this person. You're not going to believe them. And here it is. I told you, and you saw that at the beginning. It's a King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. There could be 2 water signs. It doesn't have to be 2 water signs. This could just be a very nurturing, loving, caring, giving person. Maybe they're trying to say, you saw me in the wrong. The King of Cups could be saying, I was confused, but please don't see me in the wrong light, because I have the Sword of Truth. And even though our situation is over, I have something to offer you. Oh boy. Okay, Pisces, not sure what you're going to do with this. Let's continue. Nine of Swords to the Five of Swords in reverse. I want to remove these swords. I want to give something back to you. I want to make it better. I need to talk to you. Okay, let's see. Somebody who wants to talk to you. Somebody's like, I got to tell you that I'm freaking out at night. I can't sleep. You're on my mind. I dream about you. King of Cups. I need to moon. I need to astral project you. I've been trying to do this. Okay, let's see. So Nine of Swords. Maybe they feel like you're in a Nine of Swords. They're in the Nine of Swords. They're in the upright. That doesn't mean that they're not having a dark night of the soul. Somebody could be from Korea. Somebody could drive a Kia. All right, let's see. Something about an onomatopoeia. All right, so Five of Swords in reverse. Anagram, bananagram. Somebody's name is Anna. Banana. Okay, so let's see. P5, faux, fum. I smell the blood of an English one. So, okay, give me a second. All right, so somebody could feel like maybe they think that you've already gone over the pond, over the great water, or you're with an Englishman. Okay, so let's see. Oh my gosh, talk about over the pond. Okay, so they want to return to you. They want to return to you. Maybe they're over the pond. Maybe they're the ones that are, over the big pond. Maybe somebody's in the UK. Somebody's an Englishman. Or somebody was afraid of an Englishman. You speak English. They speak English. Okay. All right, but somebody wants to return to you. That's what it is. Okay, 5 to the 6 of Swords. Somebody they're hurt, you're hurt, everybody's hurt, or they think you are, or they know you are. I don't know. Are you hurt? Ace of Cups in reverse. I want to let you know I don't want to fight this anymore because my cup is so empty without you. This is a love story. All right, let's see. For some of you, if you're in a healthy relationship already, oh, look at there's the action again. They're like, here I come. Watch out. Here they come. Knight of Wands, much more passionate, faster action. Now we're speeding up from the Knight of Pentacles to the Knight of Wands, and we've seen that at the bottom of the deck, which you don't know. Now they hope to come towards you. They hope that you're even strong enough to receive their message, their action. I'm not getting anything crazy, like I don't feel like they're trying to touch you or wand you or, they really want to talk to you. This is all about talking. They need to talk to you. They need to have a conversation with you. I don't see any, like nobody's trying to disrespect you, all right? There could have already been disrespect. Yeah, it's going to be a surprise because here we've got the Page of Cups with the two of Cups before that and the Death card in reverse. They need to surprise you. They feel like they need to surprise you. They feel like they got to catch you off guard. They got to catch you unawares. You're avoiding somebody. Yeah, look it, because they think that you're here and that you're going to be like, I refuse to make a decision. I wish you'd never shown up. I'm not going to look at you. Oh boy, we're going to go over this again. Wow. Not sure what you're going to do. Okay, let's ask this. What do you want? What does the King of Cups want? I don't know if you're the King of Cups. You already know what to do here, all right? Use your intuition. Okay, what do you want, King of Cups? Oh, damn. They want to tell you, I'm the Emperor. The King of Cups wants to tell you that they're the Emperor now. Look at the wreath around their head. That's the same motif as the Six of Wands and the wreath around the World card and the sword. I'm drawn to that. Somebody wants to say, I am the Emperor, damn it. Something about the number 4. Emperor card is number 4. Something about 4. Could have been 4 years since you've seen this person, talked to this person, or, for all I know, it's 4 weeks. But I'm going to say, with the major arcana, there's nothing here that can give me any more information because you can't really time major arcana because it's like all time is all time. Something about the timelines. And look at that again. Page of Wands in reverse. They're afraid that you will not hear them out. Oh, okay. Wait, I just knocked that over. Boy, it's almost like, look, somebody's thinking, I don't want to hear it either. Do we want to hear it? Let's see. I don't know. I think I've got your energy now. I can feel it. Okay, so now I've got, something about 4. Something about the number 4. Could be 4 weeks. It could be 4 months. If it were pentacles, I would say 4 years. But the number 4 is significant here. Yeah. This could be 4 months ago. Is the last time you talked to this person, although this seems to be a pretty big evolution. We're going to leave it there. Somebody just feels like you were my gift and I ignored you. I did not appreciate you. I've got 3 of Cups here, and then you were the 4th cup that I needed. And I didn't see it. That's the challenge. Or they feel like you're not going to see the offer they're trying to make to you. Okay, let's see. Wow, this has gone really quickly. Something went really quickly, but past 4 months or 4 years, went very quickly, flew by. Eight of Wands in reverse. Somebody flew by. Somebody's doing a flyby, a drive-by. All right, let's see. Something about an above-ground pool. I'm looking at water above ground. An above-ground pool could be significant. It could be a sauna. Okay, I have the Fool in reverse with the moon. Okay, so they want to start over, but somehow they're stopped. They're precluded. And there again is that Four of Wands in reverse. This could have been a high level commitment with somebody. Maybe you were going to marry somebody else. And that's what that's about. Okay, so you were going to, oh boy, yeah. They think that you know they're coming or that you anticipate their moves, High Priestess, that you are intuiting this. This could also tell me with that Six of Wands to the High Priestess that, they're thinking you're going to try to block this because, you're Gilgamesh is significant. All right, Gilgamesh is significant. Gilmore, Happy Gilmore. Somebody's initials could be H and G. Happy Gilmore. Adam Sandler? Okay, let's see. Somebody's initials could be A and S. Gilgamesh. All right, let's see. Godzilla? Godzuki? I hate it when I can't get the rest of it because I don't know if I've misinterpreted it or not. Okay, somebody doesn't know whether they've misinterpreted something or you're misinterpreting something or you're going to misinterpret something. And look at, somebody here wants to marry you. There's somebody here, somebody wants to get together with you. Somebody wants to celebrate with you. Three of Cups in the upright. High Priestess, Six of Wands. Four of Swords. Somebody wants to celebrate something with you, or maybe they want to share something with you, but that three, they feel like you're not going to do it. They feel like you won't go for it. They feel like they can't even approach you. An approach is significant here. Somebody could be flying to you. Wow, okay, that flew. Oh, yeah, look at, they're ready to drop that burden. They don't want to carry the burden anymore. Somebody's guilty. The King of Cups is carrying guilt and wants to drop the guilt, wants to drop these fucking wands. Like this King of Cups wants to drop it. And they're saying, please, let's just Five of Wands it. Let's Five of Wands in reverse. Let's drop it. I don't want to fight. I want to talk to you. I need to talk to you about my emotions and this celebration with you. I want to have a celebration with you, but I'm inhibited somehow, by that restriction, some religion, something orthodox, something about orthodoxy, something about structure, something about somebody feels like they can't really break out of some kind of tradition. Nine of Cups in reverse. They are not in wish fulfillment mode right now. They feel like they need their 10th cup, and apparently you're it. Okay, so they're trying to offer you the cup. They want to give you cup number 10. They think you have 9 cups in the upright, and they have 1 cup, and they feel like if I could just give the collective this cup, then we could just be, I love you, you love me, we're a happy family. Okay, so let's see. Somebody really wants to give you that 10th cup because there's that cup there. They feel like they poured that cup over on something that wasn't worth it and it restricted them. All right, here we go. Don't dwell on the past. This could just be, there's another page. Somebody's saying, I'm tired of not being able to communicate with you. You could have somebody blocked. You could have moved. They can't see you physically, and neither can they communicate with you. You could have everybody blocked. You've got them blocked. Everything is blocked here. Okay, so let's see. Don't dwell on this. Remember, this could just be coming up for you because we are in Mercury retrograde and we've had this massive eclipse in stellium now. Okay, so remember, this could just be coming up for you to continue to release. So please don't let this confuse you. Don't let it Seven of Cups you. Only you know what this is and what it's for. I just work here. Somebody just works here. Okay, let's see. Somebody works here. Somebody could have a YouTube channel. You could have a YouTube channel. You've got something. All right, let's see. Because they can't see you, and I said physically, but this is like they could be digitally spying. All right, I've got a digital. They might think that you're angry. They might think that you might Knight of Swords them. Like they think that you are battle ready, battle born. Somebody's from Nevada. Somebody could be feeling like you're going to hurt them. Don't hurt anybody. Okay, you could just, if you don't want to hear from this person, you could just keep everything on block, lockdown. Something about so COVID-19 era. Okay, so we're talking about what, 19, 20, 21, 22. Something about those years could be significant. Yeah, look, they're like, no, no, there was an imbalance here. I want to fix this. I need to talk to you about this imbalance. Somebody could have been drinking Three of Cups, making merry, but I don't, somebody's name is Mary. I don't see any addiction here with the temperance card. So something happened. Maybe you were at a party, Three of Cups. Maybe you were partying. I don't know. Maybe they thought that you were not serious about them. I don't know. I'm not sure. They want to return to you though. Whatever that is. Okay, clarify. Yeah, look, what I say. You're their 10th cup. They want to give you the 10th cup because they see you as having all 9 cups. You are their wish fulfillment. Okay. You must be pretty special. Let's see. Somebody special? I wish I was special, but I'm a freak. I'm a weirdo. Somebody feels like a freak and a weirdo. Okay, somebody feels like they're just too weird. They feel too weird. But I don't know. Isn't everybody weird? You know, you could just be yourself. Be yourself, and like what I tell one of my sons, just be you and be as weird as you are so that the next person knows exactly who you are and there's no question about anything so that nobody's wearing a mask. You know, the mask, Jim Carrey could be significant. Jim James could be significant. Carrie. Somebody's name could be Carrie. Oh, I don't want to think too much about the other Carrie. All right, let's see, because that's pig's blood. All right, somebody about pig's blood. Somebody could be a law enforcement officer. Somebody could have been seen bloodshed, or there's been bloodshed, or I don't know. That could be something that has to do with war or military. War. Oh, good God. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Okay, so somebody's been to war. Somebody's a war veteran. Somebody's name could be Carrie. Let's see. Somebody's carrying this burden they want to drop. All right, tell us something. All right, somebody's got to tell you something. Yeah, they're unhappy. They want to give you that 10th cup because you are the wish fulfillment, the 9 of Cups. But they are in some semblance of Hierophant as a challenge with this. They're in something wrong. They're in the wrong. Yep. You're the 2 of Cups. Somehow they were 7 of Cupsing, whether or not somebody pulled an illusion or they pulled an illusion. Somebody could be an illusionist. Somebody could be a fucking magician. All right, let's see. Yeah, look, they're saying in the past, did you see how that flew over there? King of Wands in the challenge. They were saying in the past, I was a player. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Switch it, flip it, strike it, reverse it, whatever. But, you know, we've got a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces male, and we have another male. Could be same sex. I don't care. You know, you remember, I've only got so many cards. Somebody only has so many cards. They've got, like, I feel like I've only got a few cards to play, and you already know the hand that I'm holding. Somebody wants to, I want to hold your hand. Okay, like, I won't do that. Somebody wants to hold your hand. We might as well just, no, let's do it like this, because that's a lot for me to look at. Something is a lot for somebody to look at. They're looking at you. You're looking at me. I'm looking at you. We're looking at each other, but we don't know it. Something about your brother. Okay, let's see it. Stover. I said stove in the beginning, so the name Stover is significant now. Stover. Stover, are you watching me, Stover? Rover, Red Rover, something Red Rover. Okay, so now I've got codes and crap. So Red Rover codes, Red Rover codes. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, somebody is like, I'm not going to martyr myself for the situation that I'm in. Somebody is so ready to get off that damn tree and do something. Do something then. Okay, so we want you to do something with the collective. You know, pull a rabbit out of your ass, magician, or something, you know, because the collective isn't going to sit here and watch me go through all. Yeah, they're like, I don't know what to do. I don't want you to know what I'm going to do. I need to pull back the curtain. I am the wizard. Okay, so the wizard and the Wizard of Oz. The curtain has been pulled back on the Wizard of Oz. Okay, let's see. Somebody's name is Dorothy, or the initial D could be significant. Dion. Okay, now I've got, somebody is stuck with the Queen of Swords in reverse. Oh, shit. Queen of Swords in reverse, air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. She's a bitch. She's a bitch and a weirdo. Okay, so they're stuck with a bitch who's a weirdo. Okay, because Queen of Swords in reverse is cold, calculating, gonna hurt you, stick a knife in you. This guy's like, stick it in me because I'm done. I'm already 10 of Swords, okay? Twist it if you like. Twist and shout. Yeah, look, this is who they want. They're trying to go, that's your card. You are the Pisces. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, whatever you want to do with this. They're like, this bitch over here is going to keep me from getting to you. Well, then you don't have balls and you need to do something about your work on that. Okay, so you need to do something about that Strength card. So the Strength card could be talking about them not having enough strength. Yeah, look. Flows over to them. 7 of Swords. So they're like, I can't, you know, like I've been talking so much shit about you. Somebody's been sneaky. Somebody could have been slanderous. It went over here to where I said that this person's like, I don't want to murder myself here anymore. What? Did this woman tell you what to do? Again, with the Four of Wands in reverse, they're trying to say, I'm in a bad structure. I'm in a bad marriage. I'm in a bad high level commitment. I'm in a bad something. I bought a house with this bitch. And now, like, what the fuck? Okay, so you're going to have to, like, divide your assets and get an attorney. Okay, let's see. Oh, somebody's in some trouble. And you're just chilling over here looking, at your water and scrying or thinking about the ocean. Okay, all right. The ocean is significant. Ocean's 11 is significant. 11 is significant. The month of November is significant, or the numbers 1 and 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 10110. Somebody's a coder, somebody's a programmer, somebody speaks multiple languages, somebody reads music. Okay, something like that. All right, let's see. Clarify what's going on here then. I don't know. Or let's ask a question. Bitch, what do you want to say? What does a bitch want to say? I'm sorry. You could tell when the coffee really hits me. Like it didn't used to affect me. Oh my God. Mein Gott, we've got something here. Interessant. We've got the lovers in reverse. They're like, what I don't want to tell you, what I snuck around and did is I snuck behind your back and I got married, made a bad choice to the queen of bitch. Yeah, you made a mistake here because here's the Queen of Cups. This is the sweetheart of the tarot for those of you that know, and for those of you that don't and aren't. Somebody's not a tarot reader out here. Maybe they went with somebody who said they were a tarot reader. They're not a fucking tarot reader. They're the Queen of Wands, Queen of Bitch, who's going to hurt you and fuck. She's only got nasty words, doesn't help anybody. Is not out there to make anybody feel better. And here are you, the Queen of Cups, going la da da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da. Somebody's initial is C. Share, all right? Sunny. Somebody's a son. Somebody's name could be Sunny. Bono, SBC initials, all right? Sunny and Cher show. This has been a show. This is a shit show. All right, let's see. Because Sunny was not kind to Cher. Everybody knows that. He was a raging asshole. Okay, sorry. I said it. It's true. Sorry, Chastity. All right, unless you call yourself something different. Somebody wants to call themselves somebody different. Yeah, look. They're in the Five of Cups. They have deep regret. I'm going to put that right here in the middle. I don't know. I almost put that on you. I hope you're not in deep regret. They're like, there's a castle over there, and I've got a bridge and some water. Like a bridge over troubled water. Okay, somebody wants to just talk to you about this bridge and about this water and about this castle that might as well be up in the air. He's like, I got 2 cups left. Well, give that bitch the rest of the cups or something and like make it go away for you. You'll feel better. All right, I'm one of those people. And they're like, yeah, but look at the challenges. I'll be out in the cold. I'll have to give up something. I'll have to give up pentacles. Well, then what do you want? Pentacles or do you want a Queen of Cups? Choose. I don't mess around with that. People who come to me with any kind of issues for relationships, I'm just going to cut to the chase. Somebody's name is Chase. Maybe there's a mortgage with Chase Bank. All right. Mutual of Omaha. Life insurance policy. Somebody's got some kind of insurance. Yeah, we have the justice. This has been an injustice. Somebody is getting some answer or result in court that they don't feel good about, but justice is served. Okay, somebody serves, somebody's a server, somebody plays tennis. All right, the initials T could be significant. Again, the initial S could be significant. Holy Spirit, holy angels, what's going on? Okay, how do we end this? Oh, somebody could be saying, I don't know how to end this. Well, go freaking file something. Okay, do like everybody else. Just get away. Do something. I want to get away. I want to fly. Okay, so somebody's got to fly. Yeah, you might want to fly. Just make sure your fly's up before. Okay, well, you're not the King of Wands in the challenge position anymore. You're saying, no, I'm a whole King of Cups. And since I'm a whole King of Cups, now I have every right to the Queen of Cups. No, you don't. How do you just decide you have every right to the Queen of Cups just because you're the King of Cups? Okay, well, yeah. Being the right match notwithstanding, some shit happened here. Yeah, look. And now I can't even find the card. I'm not going to make the effort. Somebody doesn't want to make the effort. All right, Claire. Well, didn't even get to. Because we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This bitch right here is going to be this bitch. I'm pretty sure. So maybe the King of Cups, who used to be the King of Wands, challenged to grow up, might have had 2 bitches. I don't know, because this is a materialistic person. He doesn't want to lose any pentacles. Flip and switch the roles. I don't know who you are, okay? But they don't want you to know who this is. They don't even want you to know that they've done something that they were sneaky, and they have 4 of Wands and ended up in the reverse. All right, clarify. 5 of Cups. This is crazy. I thought something was going to be like sunshine and rainbows. Maybe they thought something was going to be sunshine and rainbows. The initials S and R could be significant. Oh boy. Okay, right on my lap. Something was in their lap. Okay, so you've got four. Maybe you sat on their lap. Be careful. So we have the four. four we have the Four of Pentacles. They're just clutching on to something. They're holding on to some pentacles. Well, then enjoy your pentacles. The rest of us are having lives, all right? My collective has decided that they've moved on and are enjoying very much their Queen of Cups mode. Okay, so mode is significant. A la mode, the initials la moda. La moda. Somebody is into fashion or is a fashion icon. Something about icons. Yeah, look at Queen of Cups is like, oh, no, 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 no. If you come over here, I will hit you. I will. I will pick up one of my sticks and I will at least do Mortal Kombat. Combat is significant. Mortal Kombat. Again, M and C. Let's see. I love you. You love me. We're not a family at all. Okay, so let's see. No, because there's a justice going on over here. Lord, have mercy. Somebody wants you to have mercy on them. Somebody could be a lord. I did say Englishman. Somebody could have a title. Let's see. Now, don't think it's so fantastical. I know people that are that fantastical. All right, let's see. And fantastic. All right, let's see. What does the queen... Let's talk only to you. Male, female, you know, flip and switch the roles. What does the Queen of Cups want to say? What is she... What's the Queen of Cups saying? What is her view on this? What is her bird's eye view? Somebody's got a bird's eye view. Careful with the drone operators. Okay, let's see. Somebody's a smooth operator. Somebody was a smooth operator. Smooth operator. Oh boy, yeah. Coast to coast, LA to Chicago, Western Mail. All right, so somebody was coast to coast all over the place doing the most. Okay, let's see. Coast to coast, girl at every post. Okay. Well, they did say they're not a King of Wands anymore, so we can't be pissed. Woo! Because she's like, that is a whole disaster. That already happened, or them coming in to say anything, even just Dick. Somebody's name could be Dick. Anybody coming in to say anything to you would be like, what the hell? You might as well have crawled up out of a grave like a zombie. Somebody's in a grave like a zombie. All right, let's see. You're like, whoa, because I did say, what's your perspective as the Queen of Cups? What, you know, how do you see this? What do you want to say? Or you're like, you come over here and I'm going to like, you know, drop the bomb on it because you can't. Somebody's a whole bomb. All right, let's see. Your bomb. Maybe they see you as a soothing, healing balm. All right, let's see. Wow. Yeah, you're from the past, and I got to get back to you somehow. Look, you're my little friend. We are the Two of Cups, except you were the more mature one if you're the female. You know, siblings here could be significant, or somebody's siblings could have interfered. I don't know. Six of Cups. I'm just talking. She's saying, yeah, in the past, we were something. Okay, there was something in the past, but that's a whole tower there. Somebody's going to lock you in a tower. You know, maybe they tried to lock you in a tower and you're like, bitch, you jump out a window. Out the window. Somebody's out the window. You threw something out the window. Something is out the window. And you say, okay, like that's either a surprise or that was a whole disaster in the past. Left to right. Somebody could read right to left. All right, let's see. Oops. Yeah, somebody has a title. Somebody used to have a title. Six of Cups in the past. Woohoo! And in the future, there's a King of Swords, though. Now we have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, male, or an attorney. Ooh, yeah, maybe it's like, go get yourself an attorney, clean up your shit, and then don't talk to me until you do. And see if I'm still around. Okay, now we have the Judgment card. I get around. Yeah, somebody could have gotten around. Okay, so now we got the Judgment card. Yeah, because you're like, oh no, this is a situation where I've already called judgment on it. See, back during the tower, when you knew me during the tower, then I have gone all, you know, tower and judgment. I called judgment on you, and I did so in some official way. Okay, Six of Cups. Somebody officially said, you are in my past, Six of Cups. There's no more here. This could be who you're with now. You could already be with somebody, an attorney, a doctor, a surgeon, you know, this could be anybody that does something highly technical, you know, that kind of thing. And again, another Six of Pentacles. It wasn't fair, but you balanced it with the Six of Cups. All right. Tell us more about the King of Swords. Who's he? He's cute. Okay, that's fine. Somebody's a blonde. And we've got the Star in reverse. Okay, so you may feel that you're not quite healed, but you've moved on to somebody who's either healing you or through the King of Swords, you are healing. All right, continue. Tell us a little bit more about your perspective, and then we're going to suture. Somebody's a surgeon. Suture. Okay, you could be a dental surgeon. All right, it doesn't have to be like a neurosurgeon. Somebody's a neurosurgeon. Somebody's a brainiac. Somebody's super, super smart, probably stressed out and like, I'm a freak. I'm a weirdo. Okay, so you're with a freak and a weirdo who's a neurosurgeon, possibly, but he's suturing something, or maybe he stitched up your cute little heart. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. You've gone on to have a new beginning with somebody, and that's what they're afraid of. They're afraid of that would be the Tower. For them, 2016 is significant. All right. Something could go all the way back to 2016 is like Inception. Somebody's Japanese. All right, let's see. I'm turning Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so. Okay, so somebody's turning Japanese. Somebody turned Japanese or wears a kimono. The initial K is significant here. Somebody's special K. Maybe you have a special K and this King of Swords that you're with. Queen, King, flip it. Somebody's trying to flip it. They're trying to like, yeah, they want to whip it. Whip it good. Somebody's really de-evolution. Somebody wants to, they're devolving and you're evolving, okay? Something about the color red, the red hats. Uh-huh. Look at King of Pentacles. You see that person? Remember how I said that the Queen of Swords was also, Queen of Swords reverse was also the Queen of Pentacles reverse, and they're a King of Pentacles reverse. Your person or this situation from the past was very money-centric, just all about money, property, real estate, the holdings, anything that would be tangible like resources or a business or the businesses, but it's like almost like Swap Meet Louie. You know what I mean? Like that's just too much. I said turning Japanese could be Korean. All right, so something about Swap Meet Louie, and you're saying like, no, bitch, because you're just all about the physical and the material, and I'm like way up here, High Priestessing and Queen of Cupsing, okay? And this King of Swords is the person that I talk to. I don't want to talk to you. All right, I don't know how else to put that because, you know, he's facing you, the King of Swords. You're already in a relationship for so many of you. Somebody from the past comes back, you know what to do. Passing plays are significant. Somebody plays football. Somebody's a tight end, or you got a nice tight end. Okay. Somebody could have had some service on the vehicle, on the rear end of the vehicle. Okay. Axles. Somebody's name could be Axel. Axel Rose. Somebody's name could be Rose. Initials A and R. All right. Let's see. Yeah. Look. Tower, but I want to work on rebuilding with you. I want to Eight of Pentacles, this tower with you. Well, honey, you know, like seems to me you're going to have to like completely, you know, clear the debris field. Okay. And I don't know, try building a McMansion or something. See if you can get me in there. Uh-huh. All right. Let's see. You're not coming across as money focused. Your new beginnings focus, your emotions focus. Yeah, you don't come across as money focused at all other than to survive. And again, you don't see this as good news. You see if somebody from the past comes in, you're like, oh, hell no. You know, like you're, oh boy. Okay, so just don't talk to anybody during the Mercury retrograde and then it will pass. This too shall pass. The Passover is significant. April is significant. All right, Easter is significant. Somebody's born. Yeah, look, hon, because look at, you said, I set my sights on something else after whatever you did to me. And I found that my healing place. And I am in the sun. You could be in the sun somewhere sunny. All right. Again, with the name Sunny, the initial S. We might as well just finish this off and let the, you know, cards tell it. All right, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, anything else that we need to know here? Because there's only like a few cards left and we've done the whole deck. Yeah, look. You're like, you have no power here, Gandalf the Grey. They're like, yeah, but I'm Gandalf the White. You know, like they're still trying to show you that they have power. And you're like, ugh, you know, you just don't really want that. Willy Wonka, William Wonka, wanker. Okay, so William's a wanker. We got the Wheel of Fortune, card number 10. Something about 2010 could be significant, or 10 years could be significant. 10, just because I said that. You're like, you know, destiny has been at play. The wheel has turned, and you feel that it's turning in your favor because you did get the Sun card, so I'm not going to argue with you. Matter of time, you know, to every season, turn. All right, let's see. Somebody's a DJ, initials D and J, okay. Disaster. All right. I'm going to take it up. Yeah, look, man. They're like Eight of Pentacles. No, look, really. Please listen to me. I want to 10 of Pentacles with you. I want legacy with you. I want everything with you. And now, where are you? I don't know. Where are you? You're gone. Okay, so I don't know where you went, but you might have gotten on a ship and gone way far away. Okay, maybe you went across a pond. And let's see. Yeah, again, they're like, okay, so look, if they're in a high level commitment, they're divorcing. That could be what that King of Swords is, that they're kind of putting in your face like, no. I've already retained legal counsel, and that's why the tower's here, Rita, because I'm taking it all apart. Okay? Somebody's name is Ricky. Rita, your name could be Ricky, or Ricky Ricardo, or Rita, or I Love Lucy, or you're Cuban. Quite the story, my friends. I didn't know you were going to put me through 78 cards. All right, put me through 78 cards. Somebody's 78 years old. All right, yeah, you're moving on up to the side. Okay, so you've got the Chariot. You have moved on somewhere. Somebody could be a law enforcement, a law enforcement officer. You could be an orchestral conductor. You could be a train conductor. You could be a pilot. You could be a drone operator. Okay, somebody could be a door dasher. I'm gonna have to pull them out like this. Yeah, you're in freaking Queen of Wands energy. You're like, yeah, bitch. You know, back when you were King of Wands in the challenge, I was your Queen of Wands, and you did not know what to do with me. And so, to the victor go the spoils. Who's Victor? Somebody's name is Victor. You have done your introspection with the Hermit, and you have resisted the temptation to fall back into any of these games because you have had a new beginning. That's what you did. You have walked away, and now, whether or not you return remains to be seen. There is a potential for some of you that you will return to the scene of the crime. Somebody could be a crime scene investigator. This could be CSI. The initial CSI could be significant here. And you may, some of you, what is that a twist? Some of you actually may return. Some of you may allow this person to return to you and to work on things. I'm not even going to pick these up. Okay, let's just go straight to the omens. Okay, somebody's name is Damien. All right, you might see somebody for those. Woo! God, listen, I couldn't even shuffle. Here you are going, yeah, no, I'd rather work my menial job than to go back into the flaming lake of fire with you. You're looking at that. Look, that already fell. Going back to you. Okay, so there's two groups of you. Some of you are going to do this. And some of you are like, no, I would rather wait on tables or to, serve anybody but you. Okay, somebody's like a tiny emperor or some shit. Okay, let's see. What else do you want to say? Oof. Oof. They're trying to get a message to you again. I love a man in a uniform. Okay, so somebody's in a uniform, or it's just a postman. All right, let's see. Return to sender. Address unknown. No such number. Like, nobody wants you to even you're resisting. No such number. No such zone. Okay, somebody's like, I'm not even in your zone. I'm like in my zone. Oh, wow. Okay, so a lot came out there. Somebody wants to tell you so much they want to word vomit. Okay, so let's see. Scromiting is significant here. I haven't looked that up. I really don't know what scromiting is, but it makes me think of scrote. Scrote, Detective Scrotes. Somebody's a detective. Okay, Scrotes. You'd have to know. Like, that's a cartoon. Okay, so somebody's a cartoon. You're thinking somebody's a caricature or a caricature of who they were supposed to be. Detective Scrotes. Maybe somebody hired a detective and they've been looking for you. They're going to pose as a postman. All right, let's see. I'm getting a lot of 50 songs. Somebody's old. Okay, because I'm getting a whole lot of old music here. All right, what else? Anything else? Are you going to say anything else, or can I make this stop? Can we make it stop? Damn, we're at an hour. We want to make it stop. Make it stop. Make it stop. Yeah, okay. Uh-huh. You're not in the mood. You don't want to reunite. I was going to say a reunification. Is somebody going to have a reunification plan? Somebody could share custody, or they just want to reunify, and they're so weird. I'm all weird. Okay, so they've got like a whole list of ways. They've already thought out 50. I've got 50 different plans. I've got plans. I got a flight plan. I got all the plans. I've got every plan. I've got every way that I'm going to prevent you from saying no to me. They're going to come up with every damn plan. They're like, I'll set you up with a 401k. I'll take you out of your crappy job. I will protect you. I will give you mail. I'm a male. I'm going to give you something. They're going to try to figure out, how do I do this? Yeah. Steve Harvey. Somebody watches Steve Harvey. Knows Steve Harvey is Steve or Harvey or the initials S and H. CNH, pure cane sugar from Hawaii, sweet Hawaii, born in the sun. Okay, so somebody's initials could be CNH or Hawaii is significant. Somebody thinks you're sweet. Okay, so help me end this, please. Happy birthday, March 8th. Or happy unbirthday to those of you that just clicked on this because they've only just begun. Okay, so somebody's just like, oh, look, we didn't even get a start. We only just began, but then somebody messed it up. Like it's so bad. Somebody's not a human. Robocop, somebody's a robot. Okay, so we've got again, yeah, look. Somebody says, I don't care how much money you have or what you try to offer me. I'm not taking it. I'm happy, working over here at the drugstore or serving people or, I'd rather be a soda jerk. Somebody's a jerk. Somebody's such a jerk. Okay, so somebody's such a jerk. Somebody's just full of bubbles and somebody has gas or maybe they've got some gastrointestinal issues right now. Okay, so soda jerk. Let's see. Soda light. Somebody needs some kind of stones. Yeah, look, the challenge. And it went way over here. You're like, man, if you send me a letter, you know what's going to happen. You're challenging that communication. You're putting energetic blocks. You're saying you're still out there like in the past. You were out there having your camaraderie, out there with your boys doing whatever you do. 3 boys, 3 brothers, 3 people. Okay, let's see. You could go back to making Mary over there, making Mary, doing Mary, somebody, Mary again, Mary, Murray. All right. Just somebody will not let this go. Somebody's not going to let this go. They just need to keep it around you. Or, oh, God, I said keep it around you. They're trying to keep it around you. Okay, so you're going to need to do some cleansing for those of you that this really strongly applies or you feel that it resonates very much. You need to do some energy clearing work. You need to make sure, even if you have to cut that cord every day for the next 365, you do that. If you don't want this person won't let you go. This is widower in reverse, or like I lost somebody in my family, or I am a widower. Be careful. No, I didn't see any red rum out there. I did say carry though. But, this person is saying, I'm tired of grieving. I don't want to grieve anymore. Please, please, please. I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in. Somebody could be like that aggressive. Somebody's aggressive. Be careful. Okay, somebody's feeling aggressive. Somebody could be a farmer. I don't know. I'm getting porcine, bovine. Okay. Porcine, bovine. Somebody could have a thyroid issue, porcine, bovine. Okay, somebody's taking thyroid medication. All right, somebody's on medication or they need to take some medication or something's up. Maybe they need to adjust their medication. They're going to say, I'm all better now. I'm not a robot. I'm on medication and I feel. I don't know, honey, because if you're taking medication, then maybe you're not feeling. Maybe they're getting some specialized help. All right, let's see. I mean, I'm not a medical doctor and I don't know what's going on here, but you're like, you're not my friend. Oh, man. You're like, you're not my friend. Friends don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. So somebody did you like that. And you're like, friends don't do each other like that. Somebody did something to you and now they're like, but I got to come in and minstrel you. I've got to come in and be Mr. Loba Loba. Somebody's undercover. I don't know what to describe you, Mr. Loba Loba. Sexy undercover. Yeah, he's like, I'm the Lord, okay? So I'm the Lord, and you need to let me be Mr. Laba Laba, and let's go dancing. All right, you're going to have to make a decision here, Pisces. Happy birthday to you, March 8th. Love you.